are the Adalia family.
We're here to tour you around the city.
But before we tour you around, let me introduce you to my family. Let me tell you about Armenia. Armenia is a small country smack dab in the middle of Eastern Europe and Western Asia. Its neighbors are Iran, Turkey, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. I bet you know Kim Kardashian, but did you also know that she's half Armenian? Also, one of the star players of Manchester United is Henrikh Mkhitaryan, also an Armenian. Armenia was Noah's parking lot since his ark landed on Mount Ararat. Armenia was also the first country in the world to embrace Christianity as their state religion in 301 AD. And from 1922 to 1991, Armenia was the smallest nation under the Soviet Union. Now that we've got that clear, let's go take a look at the city.
Welcome to Yerevan Cascade, or Cascade as they say in Armenian.
Cascade was built in 1980 and was later renovated in the 2000s by philanthropist and art collector Gerard Kafesjian. Cascade is also home to the open-air museum Kafesjian Center for the Arts, which is sprawled all over the lawns and on every floor of this giant staircase. A part of it is also indoors. On the last Friday of every month, except in winter, a traditional dance event is held here on the lawn. Everyone can join in the circle of the fast-paced, complicated, but absolutely fun Armenian dance.
To get to the top of the stairs, you can either go the easy way by taking the escalators like I did, or go the hard way by getting that exercise you need through climbing up the 572 steps. Both ways, you still get to appreciate the art exhibits each floor on the way up.
This sculpture over here, opened in 1974, is Alexander Tamanyan. He was an Armenian architect who designed the city of Yerevan and designed many buildings also, which you later see. For now, I'll show you where we can see the whole city. Let's climb! We've reached the top. Just look at this. We're rewarded by a panoramic bird's eye view of the city. In the winter, you can see Mount Ararat very, very clearly over there in that spot. To the right, that's the Tsitsa Nakabert Hill, home to the Armenian Genocide Museum and Memorial. Before the Jewish Holocaust, 1.5 million Armenians died under the Ottoman Turkish Empire in 1950 to 1923. The word genocide was even coined because of this event, but up till now, Turkey still denies that it was a genocide. It's a painful part of Armenian history that can't be erased. Well, I can relate to them because in the Philippines, we were invaded 3 times. But I thank God because the Armenians survived, came back, and they rebuilt their country. They have a bright future ahead of them, and they know it.
In the Soviet era, Armenians would watch performances inside this opera house only because it was one of the few places that were heated during their terrible winters. I appreciate this opera house because of its exquisite architecture, outside and in. And by the way, Alexander Tamanyan also designed and saw it built back in the 1930s. Here in the front side is the entrance to the Alexander Spendiarian Opera and Ballet National Theater.
That statue over there is Alexander Spendiarian, an Armenian composer. While the guy to the right, his name is Hovhannes Tumanyan, and he's the national poet of Armenia.
Let's go to the back and find the Aram Khachaturian Concert Hall. On this side, we'll find the Aram Khachaturian Hall. This statue is Aram Khachaturian. He composed the saber dance, which might sound familiar to you. My mom made me listen to this song when I still wasn't born, and I just recently found out that the composer of the saber dance was Armenian. Okay, we'll just drink some water from this fountain. Okay, Yerevan.
People, families, professionals, and tourists alike hang out in cafes and restaurants that line up the alley and shop in branded stores like Burberry, Polo, Massimo Dutti, Desigual, and New Yorker. Underground, you can even find them all. Northern Avenue is also a center for concerts, dance performances, street performers, plus a bunch of charcoal painters and spray paint artists.
Our architect, Alexander Tamanyan, finished another of his designs in 1924, and in 1977, the Republic Square was completed. If Alex could only see this now, I bet he'd be glad to see that so many people admire his work.
During the Soviet era, the Republic Square was known as Lenin Square, and it was also renamed after Armenia's independence in 1991. Here, you can walk past the two government houses. One of them is to my left, and the Armenia Marriott Hotel. Then, you stop in front of the Dancing Fountains, the History Museum of Armenia, and the National Art Gallery. Photography is not allowed inside the museum, so that's why I'm standing here right now. But inside, you can find artifacts dating back to the 3rd century BC from the oldest leather shoes in the world, manuscripts of the Armenian Bible, wax of centuries-old architecture, and recent photographs, government, and the past 75 years of Armenia's independence. I also found an English translation of the national anthem, and I found out that it's similar to ours. The square also hosts public events, concerts such as the Pope Francis's race from last year, as well as last month's Scholar Run, a 5-day race in the Filipino chain. Well, we've had a lot of fun touring around the city, and there's still a lot more to know about Yerevan. But I think you'll do it justice if you came here yourself.
And this is Homeworld News coming from Armenia.
And
We are the Adalia family signing